Today is July 16th. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. Good morning, everyone. And welcome back to Inside Vietnam. This morning, the roads are already becoming busy. The sun has just begun warming the streets. The sky is bright blue with white summer. Clouds slowly floating above the city as I drive through another ordinary morning in Vietnam. I notice something different. There are more cars than usual, more families riding together. More children smiling in the back seats. Many motorbikes are carrying luggage tied carefully behind them. Some families are heading toward the mountains. Others are driving to the beach. Some are simply visiting grandparents in their hometown. Summer has arrived in Vietnam, and for millions of people this is the season they have been waiting for. It is the time when families finally slow down. After months of hard work, the children are on summer vacation. Parents take a few days away from work. Grandparents prepare to welcome everyone back home. For many Vietnamese families, a summer trip is not only about traveling, it is about spending time together. Only 20 years ago, this was not something every family could easily do. Many people worked hard simply to earn enough for daily life. Travel was considered a luxury. A family vacation was something only a small number of people could afford. But Vietnam has changed, and it has changed faster than many people around the world realize. As I continue driving, I pass new apartment buildings rising beside older neighborhoods. Modern shopping centers stand next to traditional markets. Electric vehicles quietly share the road with thousands of motorbikes. International coffee chains sit beside family-owned cafes that have served the same neighborhood for decades. Old and new continue growing together. That is today's Vietnam, a country that respects its traditions while embracing the future. The Vietnamese economy has grown remarkably over the past few decades. Factories continue opening across the country. Technology companies are expanding. Manufacturing has created millions of jobs. International businesses continue investing here every year. More highways, airports, and industrial parks connect different regions of the country. Many young people who once left small villages searching for opportunity are now building successful careers closer to home. Life is becoming more comfortable for millions of families. And perhaps the biggest sign of that progress is something very simple. People now have more time to enjoy life. Years ago, summer often meant working under the hot sun every single day. Today, many parents save money throughout the year so they can take their children on a holiday. Some choose the beaches of Da Nang or Nha Trang. Some visit the cool mountains of Sapa or Da Lat. Others simply return to the villages where they grew up, because sometimes the best vacation is not the most expensive one. Sometimes it is simply going home, driving through the streets. This morning I can almost feel the excitement. Cars are packed with suitcases. Children look out the windows full of anticipation. Parents smile knowing they have earned this break after months of hard work. For many families, this journey is more Then a vacation. It is a celebration of how far they have come. Vietnam is still growing. There are still challenges ahead, but every summer tells a quiet story of progress. A story not measured only by economic numbers, but by families creating memories. Together by children seeing the ocean for the first time, by grandparents hugging grandchildren. They have not seen in months, sometimes the strongest sign of a country's success is not found in skyscrapers or factories. Sometimes it is found inside. A family car driving toward a new adventure on a warm summer morning. And as we continue today's journey through Vietnam, let's discover how a country that was once known mainly for its rice fields is becoming one of Asia's most dynamic economies, while still keeping the family values that make it feel like home is. I continue driving. The morning traffic becomes even busier. Most of the roads are leading away from the city. Cars are filled with suitcases, bicycles, and excited children. Some families have planned their holidays for months. Others simply decided that today is the perfect day to get away. For many Vietnamese people, summer is not only about taking a break, it is about reconnecting with family. Many parents spend most of the year working long hours. Some work in factories, some work in offices. Others run small family businesses. This holiday is a chance to put work aside and spend time with the people who matter most. And thing I have noticed over the years is that more Vietnamese families now own their own cars. Not long ago, the motorbike was the dream of many households. Today, that dream has grown. A family car has become possible for millions of people. You can see it everywhere. Parents driving carefully, children sleeping peacefully in the backseat, music playing softly as the journey begins. This quiet change tells an important story. Vietnam's economy is not only growing on paper, it is changing everyday life. Better jobs have created better opportunities. Share incomes have allowed families to travel more often. Children are experiencing places their parents could only imagine when they were young. As the highway stretches ahead, I see license plates from many different provinces. Some families are traveling hundreds of kilometers, shedding to famous beaches, national parks, mountain towns, are simply returning to the villages where their grandparents still live. No matter where they are going, the feeling is this. Ryan is looking forward to making new memories together. Vietnam has become one of the fastest growing economies in Asia. Factories continue producing products that are shipped all over the world. Technology companies continue expanding. Tourism continues attracting millions of visitors every year. But perhaps the greatest success is that more people can now enjoy the rewards of their hard work, not through luxury but through simple moments, like sharing a meal beside the sea, watching the sunset together, or laughing during a family road trip. As I look around this beautiful summer morning, I realize something. Economic growth is not only about taller buildings or bigger factories, it is also about giving people more choices. The choice to travel, choice to rest, choice to spend precious time with family, and maybe that is one of the most meaningful signs of progress a country where more people can enjoy life together while still holding on to the values that have always made Vietnam feel like home. Asterisk, as the journey continues, I leave the busy highways behind and enter the peaceful countryside. Once again, the roads become quieter. Green rice fields stretch across the horizon. Small villages appear, one after another. Even here, summer has brought a different kind of excitement outside. Many homes, children are playing together. Some are flying kites in open fields, others are riding bicycles along quiet village roads. Grandparents sit beneath the shade of large trees, watching them laugh. For many families, this is their happiest time of the year. Their children who study or work in big cities have finally come home. A simple family meal suddenly becomes a full table once again. Laughter fills houses that were quiet just days before. This is something I truly admire about Vietnam. No matter how modern life becomes, family always comes first. Many people travel hundreds of kilometers just to spend a few days with their parents and return to the village where they were born. Others visit relatives they have not seen for months. These reunions may seem ordinary, but they are deeply meaningful. As I drive through one small village, I notice local shops becoming busier. Small restaurants welcome more customers. Fruit stands are filled with fresh mangoes, watermelon, and Likey's coffee shops along the roadside are crowded with travelers taking a short break before continuing their journey. Summer holidays do not only create happy memories, they also help thousands of small businesses earn more income, from hotel owners and restaurant workers to fruit farmers and souvenir sellers. Civilian benefits when people travel. This is another way Vietnam's economy continues to grow, not only through factories and large companies, but also through millions of small family businesses working hard every single day. Looking around me, I realize that Vietnam's greatest strength has always been its people who work hard, people who care deeply about their familiars, people who continue looking toward a better future while never forgetting where they came from. As today's journey comes to an end, I hope you have seen another side of Vietnam, not only a country with beautiful landscapes, but a country full of hope, opportunity, and strong family values. The roads will become busy again tomorrow. Factories will continue producing, cities will continue growing, but somewhere in the countryside, a family will still gather around the dinner table, sharing stories, laughter, and another beautiful summer evening together. And perhaps that is the real story of Vietnam, a country that continues moving forward without leaving its heart behind. Thank you for joining me on today's journey. Until next time, stay safe, keep exploring, and I will see you again on another episode of Inside Vietnam *. Before we end today's journey, I want to leave you with one simple thought. Vietnam is growing every single year. New roads are being built, new businesses are opening, and more families now have the opportunity to travel and enjoy life together. But what makes Vietnam truly special is not only its growing economy, it is the people of kindness of neighbors, strength of families, and the traditions that continue to bring generations together. If you ever visit Vietnam, I hope you will look beyond the famous attractions. Take a quiet village road, visit a local market, share a cup of Vietnamese coffee, and spend a little time watching everyday life, because that is where you will discover the real Vietnam. Thank you for joining me on today's journey. If you enjoyed this story, I hope you will come back for the next adventure. Until then, stay safe, keep exploring, and I will see you again very soon here on Inside Vietnam.